Hi everybody, welcome back. My name is Melissa and this is the Jackalope Farm. We're a very small suburban hobby farm, homestead, whatever you'd like to call it. If you haven't been here before, we keep Coturnix quail for eggs and meat. We have silver fox rabbits also for meat. And we have over 3,000 square feet of growing space. Hopefully this year we're going to add some honeybees. But for those of you that have been following my channel, probably wondering where the heck we went. Well, early fall, all good things. If you're wondering what I was doing, I'll cut it in right here. He says there's a bird in there. Good boy. Good boy, get him! Good boy. Yeah, I think she's over here. Good boy! Good boy, Ram! That's the one. Good boy, Ram! Good boy! Good boy, Ram, get him! Good boy, Ram, get him! Yeah, he's fake pointing. Good, whoa. Good boy, get him, Ram! Oh, he's running behind him. Yep. Get him, Ram! Come on, Ram, get him! And this is my first turkey that I've gotten here. So I'll get another tag, but I did shoot one. It's down in front of me. Let's go see it. That's a good bird. Beautiful bird. Let's take a look. What a beautiful 6-pointer. This is the same one I missed on the first day. Oh, thank you, sweetheart. Wow. That's a big deer. Oh. Late fall, however, when I was supposed to jump back on YouTube and start making some of those hunting videos for you guys to see how you can also supplement your meat, we had rather large medical scares occur. For those of you that are close to us, local, then you already know that Joe, my husband, we nearly lost him a few times this past fall and winter, late fall and winter, due to medical complications. Honestly, it was the doctors were, the treatment they were giving him was killing him because he was allergic to it. So it was very close to him nearly passing several different times. So that was one heck of a roller coaster that we are finally off of, thank God. And even right now, he's over there as we speak, fixing my greenhouse. So everything is back to normal on this end. But it was just a very, very heavy, worrisome winter. So please forgive us. That's why there hasn't been any content posted outside of that. Okay. So what I wanted to show you today, though, is that we are still here and that we changed up our rabbitry, and that was out of necessity. When you have 12-pound plus rabbits, and for those of you that do follow, you know that I've got the rabbit pasture pens. Well, over the summer, they get to get all their energy out that way. Over the winter, not so much. So I have them in those hutches, and the hutches are half wood, half metal. Might have been fine for a smaller rabbit, and I tried to take precautions to cover up as much of the wood as I could with hardware cloth to prevent chewing. Well, it didn't really matter. So they literally chewed holes through the hutches. That's not going to happen again. We took a different route. These were actually the cage systems that we wanted to get originally. We got now. So unfortunately, please learn from our mistakes. Unfortunately, we spent a lot of money that we didn't need to spend in the first place. When we should have just got the nicer cages, but they weren't available at the time and I was impatient. So the nicer ones are in there now. I'll take you in there and I'll show you them in a little bit. The quail, just update on that as well. My genetic pool got so small so quick because quail don't live very long. My celadon layers are pretty much all related now, and the chicks that I'm hatching out seem to be getting weaker and weaker, which, I mean, you would expect that, right? So I ordered from Southwest Game Birds jumbo brown Caturnix, so it's like the pharaoh colored, and that should be getting here in about a month. I would expect them here in about a month. So we'll hatch them out. We'll get a new genetic pool going here that should be healthier, and hopefully we don't end up in the same situation that I'm presently in. So I'm down to like 3 hens, and I have no intentions of breeding them further. I'm just gonna get the eggs that I can and wait for my new eggs to get here. But we'll get back into that and get that the flock numbers up and much healthier. We do plan on getting bees this year. Don't know if it's going to happen or not, because we have to be realistic about the fact that we both work full time. And this is already a huge time investment as is. And you don't just crack open a beehive and bam, there's delicious honey with no processing, no care, no maintenance, no nothing. And there's a lot more to it with a traditional hive. So we may actually be investing in a flow hive. Now that doesn't eliminate maintenance necessarily, but it does eliminate the processing of the honey when it's time to harvest. It takes all the work out of that for you. Essentially, it goes straight from hive into a jar. So if you have not looked up flow hives, look into it. If those of you, if anybody out there is running a flow hive, I would love to hear about it. They're gaining more popularity. They've been around for almost 10 years, I think. Don't quote me on that, but they've been around a while, long enough now to, I think I can go forward and trust buying one of their products, but they're not cheap. So I'm paying to get my time back is essentially what it is. All right, so I ran around and I collected some seeds. Not everything is going to be able to be collected because I left it out in horrible weather. Some of it will be fine. I'll end up doing a germination test on the things I did collect, and we'll see how that goes. So take you around and show you what we've got. Probably, ooh, gross. Okay, probably some in there. Let's see, we got some cucumbers over there. Some of these will not be, depending on what variety we're looking at here, they may not even have viable seeds if they're stuck out here in the weather. I'm going to have quite a mess to clean up once I can really get in here. All right, let's check for germination on some of these. Marigolds. Oh, okay. This is, what was this? Love in a Mist. Yeah. Pop some of these off here. What we got? Anything? I don't think there's any in there. They may have already fallen out. Yep. Okay, so the beans are up here. They're Blue Lake pole beans. Be able to get those. Oh geez, these got tackled. Yeah. This was blue popping corn. Hold on. Look at that. Might be worth digging some of that out of there. Okay, let's get that. Asparagus. Oh, hey, red noodle beans. What are the odds that these will still be good, I wonder? Quite a bit was left out here. Yeah, these are all red noodle beans. Hey, what are you doing over there? We have a vole problem that showed up this past season, and it appears that he is hunting voles. Get him! Yeah, you, go get him! We lost most of our root vegetables to voles this season, which sucks. Tons of Blue Lake pole beans. Oh, good. Got more noodle beans. And again, since they've been out in freezing temps, I am going to have to check their germination. Normally I pull them, but I've left them out before and they've been fine, but they did have a lower germination. We got some tomatoes. We all know tomatoes will be fine. Some squash out here, but that squash probably cross-pollinated, so I'm not going to save those seeds. Man, this is hard to walk on. This is an artichoke. Let's see what we got here, if there's anything at all. I have no idea. I've never grown artichokes before. Not quite sure what to look for. It is very fluffy, let me tell you. I haven't seen anything that looks like... Oh, maybe. I think I probably wrecked my seeds. I don't think these are meant to overwinter like this. Because these are pretty mushy. That's too bad. If I'd come out here sooner, I would have had a ton of seeds. But there's no way these are good. They're soft to the touch. That's too bad. But how cool is that, huh? These would have been all my seeds, man. I would have had a lot of them. Holy crap, I would have had hundreds. I still have seeds left over. How interesting. That was cool. Well, he caught one. I'm going to take from a variety of plants, not just one. Let's see what this looks like. What you do, if you've never saved seeds before, it's very simple with some things. With beans, it's especially simple. So all you do is you crack open. Let me get my gloves off so I've got a little more dexterity here. You crack open, essentially it turns into like a pod. You crack this open after it's all dry. And try not to drop any. And these will just kind of pop out. You get your bean seed. Get your little beans out of there. These look great. Just have to check germination. Yeah, it's that easy. When you neglect your garden, sometimes it gives things back to you. is it cold out here. I cannot believe I got him to fix the greenhouse right now. All I did was ask once, and he came up to do it. Couldn't believe it. You crazy. Good boy. Good boy. Anybody else got a rabbit named Beef Cow? Well, good morning. Wanted to finish this video by letting you all know that there are just some realities to this lifestyle, that if you are working full-time, the most valuable commodity that you can produce is time. So anything that you can do to minimize your need to give up something else, like we're juggling so many things. It's really difficult for us to find a work-life balance because we also have hobbies outside of this as well. Like this is a more of a lifestyle. We have additional hobbies like jujitsu. Our family trains jujitsu several days a week. Not as much as we were training last year, but unfortunately life kind of gets in the way. So what we're attempting to do now is we are kind of analyzing everything that we do, from the plants that I'm growing to the animals that we're keeping to how we're keeping them. All of that is being reevaluated to try to squeeze as much time back out of that as possible. What that does mean, however, that we are probably going to be spending more money on certain things than the average person would. But because we're working full-time, we may be able to take that cost and consider it a long-term investment. So everything we're doing is in preparation for, honestly, my retirement, because my retirement is closer, and then all of this is going to be a full-time job for me. I have 7.5 years until retirement. My husband has a bit more, so we're not really focusing on his date, more mine right now. So what that means is that we're going to get infrastructure in place, like these better cages, versus what we had before, which was like grow out pens with wooden and metal hutches. They were like half wood, half metal that were in the front of them. And we kept the grow out pens. They're over there. We'll use those for babies down the road. I'll save that for another video. But things like this, getting cages that just even make it easier to feed versus having to jump into the dang thing to fill up whatever you have, whatever system you have. Having things that contain your hay a little more effectively, having trays that are more manageable that you can dump, running heated water bottles. I can't tell you how much time we've saved by running heated water bottles. Like I've got a box over here with all of our standard water bottles. In the winter, you have to change them out twice a day. And that is time consuming. So anything you can do to squeeze time out of it, you're going to want to try and do that. Also the longevity of whatever system you're going to use, whether it's this or like I was talking about the bees earlier with the flow hive, whatever you can do it. Just do it. I understand that it's more money up front, but if you're doing what we're doing where you're also working full time, you can't put a price tag on your time, okay? Because it's gone. Okay. Well, I don't want to ramble too much longer about all that. Just understand that if you're going to jump into this, time management is going to be really huge. I did take a bunch of other video, just kind of breaking down what we did with the cages here, and I'll save that for a rabbit update specific video for those of you that actually keep rabbits or want to see that. Let me think. What else? Oh, I also took video of the seeds that we processed last night. Tried making some popcorn. I'll save all that for another video. Okay, this one's been long enough. So for those of you that stayed to watch the whole thing, thank you so much, and I will see you in the next one. Okay, take care.